this next episode of Reviving the Art, Starting with the Heart. I'm your host, Nessa P, and today we are joined with
Aquila,
Hey, Aquila
how
girl.
you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. It's just another day. I'm glad to be here, man.
Amen. It's a blessing.
It
Sure.
is.
I love that. Okay. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's get it. So again, these questions are at random. I have no prior knowledge of which ones you're going to land on.
hmm
Um, but you will have two options to choose from. Okay. Mm, okay.
For
You ready?
yeah, come on.
Okay. The first question is, can be seen as simple. Do you love yourself?
Yeah, I mean,
Let's not get into Let me give you another option. And okay. What could it take for you to keep choosing your person as you both evolve?
mm, okay. Both two good questions.
Yeah.
I might go with the second one. I feel like the first one might get a little too deep.
The first one, I love the first one. I love to
Mhm.
answer like
Um,
whichever one.
I'm gonna do the second one. So, what does it take for me to? You said to keep loving my person.
Mhm.
No, what'd you say?
Question is, what could it take for you to keep choosing your person
Choosing.
as you all evolve?
Honestly, just I want like consistency, loyalty, respect, care, and just having a lot of the qualities that I tend to have on a basis, just choosing happiness, honestly.
Mm. That's what it would take as you guys evolve. So, okay, cool beans. You're listing the characteristics that you demonstrate, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, at one point, what point in y'all's relationship or situationship, whatever it is, do you disclose that? Like, have those conversations been had about like what it takes for you all to, progress in that way? Yeah.
Yes, yes. I honestly, I make it known, honestly. I don't sugarcoat anything if I feel like in certain aspects, either I'm not pulling up to the plate or she's not pulling her end of the relationship. Like I don't mind letting her know or just kind of talking about it. I have open communication in any relationship that I have. And I feel
Yeah.
like if we hold it back, how will we ever fix it? How will we ever grow? So I like to have those hard conversations.
Good. I love that. That to me says a lot about the level of maturity that's been gained and whatnot. Because it's necessary. It's necessary to have the difficult conversations, especially as those rough moments arise, because they do.
And then
Um,
not only am I looking at my partner for that, but I'm definitely looking at myself for that too. So it's not a you, it's a what can we do to be better.
yeah, I love that. So, like, say for example, I don't know. I'm not gonna go there.
Nah, what you trying to do? What you about to ask?
I'm okay. So you know the phenomena of bed death,
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yes.
right?
That is a thing though. That
I know.
it's a thing. It is. It
I know.
is.
Like it happens. It can happen. I don't speak that over yours or mine. Oh no. But like but like intimacy, physical intimacy is like a big part of what like of how, the two communicate. Like when words aren't enough. Like, when
Yeah.
you're at that level, when it is love and not just when it's not lust. And so, like, how do you handle those situations when it comes down to choosing your partner, right? Like,
I
as
will
that,
say I
yeah.
I am I am how can I put this? I'm still learning in that aspect because you know, sometimes there is a mismatch within the relationship. So my drive is, more than hers. And a lot of times I have to think that what my situation is, because we're long distance. So I'm good. Sometimes she's not always good, or she has a bad day, or, things happen. And then when I come and see her, it's like, I want that on site. But it can't always be like that because she has other things going on through her life. So I'm learning in a sense to understand that it's not just about what I want, but my partner as well, making sure that she's good, and then all the other stuff will fall in line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's not easy though. Trust me, it's not easy though. But I'm definitely learning how to be more patient. Before, when I was younger me, I would have just been like, all right, I'll do what I do. But now it's
What does that even mean? I do what I do. Jesus.
see, I was something else back then, but I'm slowing down now. It's getting to a point where you can't just up and dip because things get hard.
Yeah.
I'm learning to be patient with my partner, understanding that it's not just about those things. There's other ways to get intimacy, talking, and just the little things other
Yeah.
than just sex.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And that's like one of the biggest takeaways. That's actually one of the part of one of the other questions in the card deck is like, what is your preferred form of intimacy? Because you have the physical, you have the mental, you have the spiritual, right? Like you have those key ways of being intimate with people in general, not just in romantic situations, but like in this question, like can go, even beyond romantic relationships when it comes down to choosing the people in your life. Like, because to me, when we think about the definition of love, love is a choice. That's what I'm learning, right?
You
In
choose.
my, yes, it is a choice. Because, like, the initial parts of the oohs and ahs and the rainbows and sunshine and sunflowers, like, that wears away, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Or it can anyway. Again, I don't wish that on anyone,
No, it do.
relationship.
Trust me, it
It
do.
gets tested.
It
It gets
definitely,
tested.
it definitely do. It be sometimes I'm looking at my girl like, "Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you." Like,
Love that.
oh, you just make my head hurt a little bit too much sometimes.
Understood. I wonder if she's gonna giggle when she watches this.
Ooh, she gonna know too. She gonna know when she hear that. She already know what's up.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, that's a part of it. Being able to recognize like your own faults, like within whatever dysfunctions there are or within whatever discomfort that arises. Like that's important. So hopefully, it's a teachable moment, an enjoyable one, as we continue to grow and evolve. And I think back to my previous like relationships to where like when the going got tough or whatever, like I remember me being the one to choose to continue to, do the things to show up, to love that person. And it wasn't always reciprocated.
And that's the thing. Like it takes
Yeah,
two to
it
work.
does.
It can't
It
just be
does.
one person doing it.
Right,
That's not
exactly.
it.
And
Hmm.
that's the whole thing. Like, I can't, one person can't carry the whole relationship, like
No,
essentially, right?
no.
And so, and I'm just like, you at the end of the day have to decide whether or not you really want this person. Like, are they a fit for you? Like, because
Mhm.
honestly, relationships shouldn't be as challenging and taxing as they have been, like in the past. So it's like, you can know like within whatever amount of time or whatever whether or not they are a fit for
If
you.
it's gonna work, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, because of how they react, because of how you react, because of like, are you like reacting to respond or just reacting, saying to just be like, "Rawr."
You,
Like,
you want to know something? And
what's that?
that alone, I've learned so much about that. Like now, when it comes to arguments, when it comes to disagreements, even like if it's something that I don't like, just my approach is completely different. Like I
Yeah.
know with the girl that I'm with now, I don't even care to argue. I just be like, listen, I don't I don't like this. We both too grown to be doing all that arguing stuff.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and you gonna take from that what you want, and vice versa. When she talk, I hear her out, I listen. Before I used to do we both going back and forth, you can't get a word and we talking at each other. We not even talking for real. So now I just listen. I be slow to speak and quick to listen. You know?
Yeah. I'm glad you said that because that sounds like effective communication in a way, which I believe is a vital part in making it work, especially as time goes on. Like you look up or whatever, and you're no longer at that first part of, the initial oohs and ahs or whatever. Like you're a year in, and then two, and then five, and then it's like, oh snap, where did the time go? And what have we done? How have we grown, like individually and as a couple together, like in our communication styles and how we choose to fight for, one another and ourselves. Like, you know,
Because especially with us being two women on top of that, like
yeah,
we're both emotional. So
yeah.
it has to level out some way. Like somebody, like it has to level out some way. It don't
Yeah.
always have to be me, but it could be the other person. But just having that like just seeing that, it could get really toxic if you let it. Like just emotions rile up and build up.
Good. Yeah.
It could. Like,
Listen, I understand.
look,
It's easy to slip into that, like real easy. But that's also like, when I feel like, because being a woman of God, like that's when your faith is being tested too. Because you claim to be this person who believes, and wants to be more like Christ and more, what I'm saying? Like
mhm.
be the best version of yourself. And then you got that one moment when you want to snap, crackle, and pop. And then it's like, it's like,
Yep.
okay, it's a
Mhm.
test. It's a rough moment. But in all honesty, I'm like, I have the understanding now that like rough moments are bound to happen.
Exactly.
Like they're inevitable, and it's about how you choose to show up in those rough moments. Like that matters the most. So instead of, popping off or whatever, like trying to prove a point or trying to win an argument or whatever, like, okay, let me take a second. Let
Yeah.
me breathe. Like my bishop literally just said this yesterday in the message. Like, let me breathe. Let me come, give me a minute, because this ain't it
Honestly,
right.
and that take a moment, take a second.
Hmm.
A lot of the times before, like when a problem would arise, I used to just like dwell in it, dwell in it, dwell in it, trying to figure out a solution, trying to fix it. And I just learned over time that all you need is time and God, and it
Yeah.
all work out. It'll all work out in
Yeah.
it. Instead of being so into your feelings, I literally, if I wake up, something happened, and it's not going the way that I need it, I'm gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna try again tomorrow.
Or even within like the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, depending on what your schedule look like. Like, and that's, oh God, that's amazing because we just got done praying that today in Monday prayer about having resets like as frequently as necessary. Like whenever it doesn't show up how you expected it to, like, oh, reset.
Exactly. And even if I don't know why it's going the way that it is, I'm not even gonna question it because it's probably saving me from something. Honestly.
Period. Exactly. Exactly. So like that has a lot to do with like realizing that we can only control like what we put out. Like you
Hmm.
can control how a person will react or how they'll receive it or whatever, like, but you can control like how you choose to respond and how you choose to pour or take a second or just be responsible. Like practicing those measures of emotional intelligence,
Exactly.
of maturity, of discipline, like because you want to hold them to a certain standard, you got to hold yourself up to the same standard.
Exactly. Exactly. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. What about in friendships? So like how how do you continue to choose your friends? Like, or do you choose your friends continuously as you guys both evolve? Like what does
So
that look
the type of person I am, I do choose my friends, but I am learning that time time with friendships mean nothing. It's all about if it's reciprocation for me. Cause sometimes you can have ups and you can have downs, and I'll be there for you through your ups and downs, but it's just to keep choosing someone and you see there's no evolving, there's no growing, it's the same patterns. You just got to ask yourself, am I outgrowing this person? Because you tend to do that in life, and I think that's something that's not really talked about when you're young.
yeah.
How you
Right.
tend to
Ooh.
outgrow people, how you tend to outgrow relationships,
Yes.
whether it's family,
Oh,
friends,
yes.
or
Like you're hitting on so much right now, and I love it. Like I'm about to burst out of the seat. Like
mm,
because that is so true.
mm,
Like we've been brought up in observation of people holding on to friendships, family members, whatever it is, jobs, like even though they aren't serving a purpose like any longer. And I'm doing my best like in my own personal life to normalize accepting the fact that hey, something needs to change. Cause when I'm around whoever or whatever, like I'm drained. You
yeah,
still with me?
yeah.
Okay. And you froze a little bit. I don't know if that's my connection or yours.
Oh, I'm at
But
least focused. I'm just listening to you.
okay, no, no, you're fine. I'm just making sure because it was frozen on my end. I know it's by the
Okay.
storm over here. But yeah, and so the importance and vitality of realizing that hey, just because we have longevity doesn't mean that we're supposed to be in every season of one another's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that doesn't mean writing them off. It doesn't mean that you have to block them unless it's
Exactly.
toxic.
Exactly.
Like,
And that's my thing. Like, I don't have any malintent, or I don't hold anger or grudges or anything like that. It's just a matter of, you know, you were there for that season, and now it's time for me to move on. And
yeah,
if you need anything, I mean, you know where to, you could call me, you can hit me up, I'll be there.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
just, it's not feeding me right now. And
right.
I'm going through a phase where I feel like with God I'm being put in isolation, and
Mm,
that's not to say that I don't want people around me. It's just
oh,
the way that my life is going, I just feel
mm,
like I'm being put in isolation to grow, to be better, to build, to
mm,
learn to love myself more versus
mm,
always outsourcing to other people. Because when you
yeah,
give so much, you don't leave much for yourself. So I'm being
mm.
put in a position where I'm alone and I'm having to do the work. I'm having to work on myself and to love myself truly.
I love that for you. I
Mhm.
really do. Like I've been there a couple of times. I was there like maybe I think maybe when we met, I don't know, a couple years ago.
Mhm.
But being in that space of isolation can be uncomfortable. We can hit on that for a
Oh,
minute.
it is. When I tell you, no, listen, I have my days. I have my
Yeah,
days when I'm happy, I'm joyous, and then I'm having
yeah,
my days where I'm real sad, and I allow myself to feel those feelings, and it's not in the sense of I don't have anybody. It's just in the sense of like I'm just to myself. I'm in my
yeah,
alone space, and sometimes you want that company, you want all those things, and
yeah,
you don't have it at your access.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And that's what it is. Like sometimes, I had to admit that I had an addiction to being around people. Like, I didn't know that that could be an addiction. Like, I didn't know that not being by myself was a result of that. Like, I love myself, I like myself, but now that I've gone through and had to figure out, like, oh, who is Nessa? What is she like? Like, how is she today? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me pour into her. Let me affirm her. I spend a lot of energy, or I invest a lot of energy into pouring into other people, right? But I wasn't doing that for myself. So, a little tidbit that I'm gonna share with you, I started journaling. I started writing the affirmations on my mirror, saying them every morning, like of who I am, reminding myself, yeah, like of who I am, who God says that I am,
Mhm.
like, and who I want to be, even if I may not feel like I'm that girl at that moment or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
and truly, like, because it's so true. You have to love yourself before you can love anybody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
And I think that the more people who come to that realization, like earlier on, and truly grab hold of what that means and what that looks like, creating the habits of consistently loving on yourself, like I think that you have more successful relationships down the line. And
I completely agree because you got to understand going into a relationship, if you don't have that basis with yourself, you're getting ready to love somebody that was brought up different from you, that has a different love language from you, that has different ethics, might maybe morals, depending on who
yeah,
your parents are. And the way that they go about and handle things is not going to be the way that you handle things. So,
right.
usually, you know, when I first looked at relationships and love, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna go into this relationship, I'm gonna be the best person that I can be,
Yeah.
love, they'll feel it, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But it's more than that, like, because how you might give love might not be how they receive it.
Exactly.
So you'll be pouring
Exactly.
into a person and you'll be giving it to them, but they can't see it because it's not what they're used to.
Right.
So
No,
it definitely need a basis on just generally loving yourself.
facts. Like, I think that that is like one of the most underrated things is people in generations before us, they don't have that same depth of wisdom in that area, in that aspect of what that looks like.
Mhm.
Like a lot of the times, community was a
Mhm.
big strong thing or whatever, and you got what you needed from your community. But
Mhm.
what happens when your community can't show up for you? Like what
Oh,
happens when they're empty?
you hit on a lot of
Right?
topics, man. Because that's honestly, once again, another situation that I had to, go through, especially with the person that I'm talking to now, or I mean, well, in a relationship with now. Um, because a lot of the times with her background, she has that family dynamic that's there versus me. I don't really have that, as well as she has the friends. She has the friendship basis that I don't have. So
Yeah.
a lot of the times I lack a lot of family support. I lack friend support, and she does have to tell me a lot of times. I know you want my attention all the time, but I can't be everything for you. Like you gotta
Right.
you gotta get out there, you gotta make friends, you gotta meet new people, and just spend time with yourself or find something that you like or you enjoy. So I definitely can understand that.
Facts.
Having
Facts.
having a community alone. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it's necessary. And that doesn't mean like having a whole slew of people. It doesn't. If
Hmm.
like for me, like I used to be the type of lady who would call everybody friend.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
had to quickly learn and get myself together and just realize that that's a very high honor, high title, and for what I consider a friendship to be, like I would
Exactly.
need that to be in alignment, like with where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so I've had to have the difficult conversations with people because people would be like, well, where you been? What you doing? Like, is something wrong? Did I do something? Like, you didn't do nothing wrong, baby. All is well. I'm just not, in that space at the moment as far as where I was. And for me to be able to acknowledge those things and make those necessary changes, that screams growth to me.
Right.
And so for
Exactly.
you, yeah, for you being where you're at in your journey, like that screams growth. Like you are recognizing the parts of you that are still needing to be fine-tuned and, sharpened and whatnot.
Exactly.
And so that you can be your best self, not just for everybody else, but for yourself, like as you
Mhm.
continue to grow and age and, be all that God says that you are. And so,
Exactly.
yeah. And that's really like that in this Bible. Like we're supposed to love God, love ourselves, and then everybody else. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. If
Mhm.
you're not loving your neighbor like you love yourself, you don't like love yourself, like how can you say you love them? Like
Exactly. Exactly.
and so it's exciting to know that more and more people like are in that movement of let me redefine what this looks like. Let me redefine what loving me is
Mhm.
like, or let me actually put a definition to it for the first time.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. And that's like loving yourself. For me, it's just a matter of waking up, praying, starting my mornings off good, doing the things that are good for my body, which is working out, eating right, meal prepping, making sure I have everything in line for work. Um, and really just self care, taking myself out on dates, just getting to understand myself on a personal level. Like, what is it that I love? What is it that I want when it comes to friendships, relationships?
yeah,
You know, just all
yeah,
the things.
absolutely. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and also recognizing and honoring that changes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how your partner's love language can change, like yours does too.
Exactly.
Like being able to move through that, like, and it's not always going to be without challenge. It's supposed to be challenging because challenges mean that you're growing, you're
Right.
building that muscle so that when the stuff hits the fan you have that existing foundation to rest on.
Right.
And so it's just awesome to see, like to see the growth, to see the willingness to grow. Like that's my biggest thing of
Yes.
what I want in people in my space and in my life. Like I want people to be willing to grow.
I
Like
agree.
yeah. I don't want to settle for like that's just how I am type of people. Like
Yeah,
no.
no. Mm-mm. I feel like even if you're up in age, there's always room to grow. There's always room to evolve. I feel like when you stay stuck in your ways, you're just being
Yeah.
content and comfortable.
Right. And
Mm.
like my whole thing is like people think that they may know everything. No, you don't. You don't know everything. Like you don't even know everything about yourself. Like
All the way down to my occupation. I would listen. I do not know everything. I ask questions.
yeah.
I inquire. I would never come in the room and say, "Yeah, I know everything about this." No,
Yeah, no, I
because
get it.
things constantly change. Things
Yeah,
constantly change. Nothing is ever the same. When you
right.
come down years later, nothing is ever the same. We're constantly
I'm
evolving.
saying always, but that's how it's
Always.
supposed to be. And
Mhm.
like I feel like people get so gung ho like on things remaining the same old. Well, you used to be like this, or we used to do that, or whatever. Like
You want to know something though?
what's up?
Believe it or not, I used to have this mindset of, oh, well, you said this, or you said this day, and now it's like 2 weeks later and you're completely different. This is great. Like, I used to be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, like, you know, I listen to
Hmm.
what you say, I believe what you say when you say it, what it is.
Yeah.
But then my therapist, she had to tell me, she's like, people are constantly changing. Like, that's probably not going to be the same person that you're with 7 months later. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hmm,
Right.
at a point, maybe I should really stop holding people to the things that they say all the time. Like,
Yeah. My thing is like I no longer go off of words for real. Like it's action for me.
it's
Like if
action.
you show me
Mhm.
that you love me through my love languages, through the intentionality of how you, follow through, or you don't show me. Like, and if you don't, then I already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay, I can accept it. Um, but it's having that tough conversation with yourself too, of whether or not you choose to continue on, then, or change something up, or, offer the solutions. Like,
And then not only
well,
that, but I know because of the type of person that I am, and
mhm,
I'm just a pure kind heart, and I'm just a lover. So for me, I had to understand that everybody is not me. And just because
yeah,
I do things, they're not obligated to do those things back.
yeah,
And with that, because I am that type of person, I
mhm,
had a tendency to hold people in my circle at a higher standard. And I would put them, I wouldn't, well, I would put them like on a pedestal almost and put them to
yeah,
standards that I don't even know if they really could keep for real.
yeah.
That just consistently, I realized that that was just me setting myself up for disappointment constantly. You know, putting those expectations on people when you can't. People are gonna people.
Baby, let's say it again. Say it again for the people in the back.
Listen, people are going to people, and all you can do, you can show up and be your best self. But at the end of the day,
Yes.
you cannot control what somebody else does in their life.
No. And that's what people get hung up on. And I be listening to people, and I'm like, including, like, close relatives or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, I hear you.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
not discounting your feelings. However, sweetheart, love bug. People are who they are. And granted, we want them to grow with us. We want them to grow for themselves. We can't do it for them, and we can't make them, no matter how badly we may want, to continue to have them around. Like, and at some point, like, we have to, no, at every point, for me,
Mhm.
what I encourage everybody else to do, like, is to tap into your faith and ask the question, God, why? What are
Mhm.
you trying to tell me in this situation? Like, what am I supposed to be changing up? You know what I'm saying? Even in your season of isolation, I hope that you are being intentional with that space and that time to,
Mhm.
like, truly speak to him and, like, get that clarity
Mhm.
of what it is that you're learning, like, in what he's trying to either burn out of you or enhance in you.
Mhm.
Like, I hope that that you're taking that wisdom that
Mhm.
he's giving you during this time.
Yes.
But, like, when people change up on me now, I'm just like, okay, all is well. Like, and it's no shots thrown or nothing like that. No animosity. Like, I love people. Um, and I just realized though, like, as I'm leveling up, like, as I'm doing the things or whatever, like, things are gonna change. They're supposed to.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah.
I have a current situation right now where I felt like we were good in June, and it's going on like what about like what 20 something days since we talked, me and one of my friends.
Mhm.
Moral of the story, I put a boundary down, and
Mhm.
she didn't like the boundary, I guess. So, you know, she decided to move how she wanted to move after that. And
Yeah.
honestly, I respect it. I still
Yeah.
stay cordial. Hey, how you doing? Like, you know,
Yeah.
before I used to be so hurt, so hurt. But
Yeah.
now that I'm going through life, and I'm just realizing people will be people. Like,
Yeah.
it's another day. Granted, I have moments where I'll be like, I haven't talked to her in a minute, but you know,
Mhm.
sometimes sometimes people need that time, need that space to kind of figure out what's really going on, you know.
Facts. And that's okay. Learning to be okay with that changes the game.
Exactly. It's how
Like,
you look at it. It's how you look at it.
it's all about how you look at it. It's about your perspective and what you choose, how you choose to respond. Like, and when you recognize that how people treat you has nothing to do with you,
You
but with themselves, like,
exactly.
life is so much lighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, okay, love you. Like,
Love you.
It's okay. Like
Mhm.
there's nothing wrong is what I'm saying. Like it's normal.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of times we get so gung-ho and caught up in timelines and in history and patterns and old things or whatever. The Bible says to forget the former things because I am doing a new thing,
Exactly.
right? But we fight that because of the comfort that is within the old thing.
Hmm.
And because of the discomfort in becoming new, like whatever he's changing in you to become new. Like, and it's just like it's time out for that. We're done with that. Done with that. We're done fighting God.
Exactly.
We're done fighting whatever he's doing.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, he's gonna get the glory anyway. So might as well just, suck it up, buttercup. And
Yeah.
journey, like maximize that and enjoy it. And that's like I'm gonna do a little a caveat to my butt.
Hmm.
Honesty is key.
Ooh.
It blurs out. But it's that guided journal for dating with depth, discernment, and divine intention.
Oh,
And yeah, it can be done with a partner or without a partner. Like either way, it's a layout for doing the work of identifying old habits, old patterns, and like
mhm.
for example, when you ignored red flags or looked over green flags in people, like, and figuring out like your way forward. Like it's so cool. I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Um, the feedback on it has been amazing, and I'm just encouraging anybody, who wants to, partake in that and use that in their journey to hit me up.
All right.
Um, yeah, absolutely.
Sound
But
like I got to
yeah,
hit you up then.
I
All right.
I got you. I
Mhm.
they're on Etsy right now, but you, you just text me and I'll mail it to you because I'm really like I don't necessarily want to have to use a third party company. Like that's for like the public, people who don't know me, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Because I'll still charge the same price. They just won't have to pay the same. They'll have to pay the shipping costs or whatever. I'll
Exactly.
cover the shipping. For those who have that closer access to me.
Mhm.
Um. And so, yeah, I'd love to get you a copy. And maybe one for your boo too.
Okay.
So y'all can do the work together or whatever. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about your journey. I'm excited to
Me too.
see the fruits of this isolation period for you as you continue
Yes.
to evolve.
Yes. I agree. I agree.
Yes, yes, ma'am. All
Mhm.
right, my dear. I appreciate you so much for stopping to chat with me
No
today.
problem. Anytime. Anytime. Love having a conversation with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Really do. It's always a good time.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode of Reviving the Art, starting with the heart, excuse me. I'm your host, Nessa P, and this has been another great episode. Remember to like the video, subscribe, and share this with a friend. It could help somebody else who's going through a similar part in their journey. And
Hmm.
we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.